Hey, it's Dave here. Well, welcome to my channel, my yard sale. Hey, today, right on this post, today I'm not going to talk about health. So for those of you that are sick and tired of hearing me talk about health, that's going to be a thumbs up for that, right? So one of the things that I'm interested in, and I'm more interested in it now because there's more resource and more stuff to read and watch videos about, but I am definitely interested in military history. I'm prior military. My whole family was in the military. So I definitely have interest in military history. One of the things that I've been watching lately that I don't know what it is. I think YouTube has my algorithm down and it just keeps serving the videos up to me one after another, and I keep watching them. I've watched more than one video, a couple videos about Pearl Harbor, and I found some things pretty interesting. So with Pearl Harbor, they definitely saw like the guys that talk about their experience of being at Pearl Harbor when they were attacked. They did see airplanes, which that definitely makes me think that it's less of a conspiracy theory. But several videos that I watched, they said that after Pearl Harbor was attacked, some of the pilots got to their airplanes and tried to go out to sea to find the Japanese, and they couldn't find any ships. So they went out to sea looking for the Japanese fleet, and they could not find the Japanese fleet. Like, they were nowhere around. And these are airplanes that were flying, hundreds of miles an hour in all directions looking for the Japanese fleet. Now, I will say that I've seen videos where the guys talk about seeing the meatballs, the zeros, on the airplanes. So they're saying that there was Japanese planes. And of course, almost immediately after Pearl Harbor being attacked, we waged war on Japan, and off to the races we went. And I'm thinking, well, that's weird. They couldn't find the Army, or they couldn't find the Navy. They had only airplanes that they could barely see. All they could see was the red zero on the wings of the airplanes, way up in the sky. They couldn't confirm what or who it was. I thought, geez, this sounds a little bit like us waging war on Osama bin Laden and the whole 9/11 fiasco. All those airplanes and all those people, no airplane parts, no bodies, no confessions, no family confessions, nothing. Even Osama bin Laden disappeared. He probably knew he was dead. As soon as they blamed it on him, they knew he was dead. That they had to find him and get him out of the picture so he didn't tell the story. I would imagine to hear what his story would have been if somebody would have found him, not to just execute him. I think the story would be very differently than what we heard. Anyways, I thought it was very interesting. Would we would the US kill 3,000 people to wage war on somebody else for whatever reason? And apparently I think the answer is yes. Because the more that I'm reading into all this, and don't take my word for it, do me a favor. Go and look it up. Go watch the videos and just take a mental note of what I'm talking about, and you'll start seeing, oh wait, here's another video where the guys couldn't find the Japanese. Here's another video where they couldn't find any airplane parts with 9/11. An airplane engine is 9,000 pounds, made out of some of the hardest steel that you can create. And they found zero engine parts, zero parts of any of that stuff. And there was no documentation of the history and anything of any of the people that were involved with 9/11. Everybody who was involved in the US was either dead or scared to death by the actual activity or the news and the government after the fact. I was terrified. I was a kid. Of course, I wasn't in Pearl Harbor, but I was definitely around during 9/11. I remember all that. I was terrified. It's not the reason why I joined the military, but it's definitely one of the reasons why I joined. Anyways, I thought this was all interesting, and I'm sharing it because when I sit here in my room all by myself thinking about this, I kind of feel like I'm crazy. It's making me crazy. So I'm trying to share some of this stuff, and hopefully other people will tell me, yep, you're crazy, shut up. Or maybe other people have more information that might help me elaborate on my own thoughts. There's so much content out there on YouTube that it's interesting once you start seeing a trend in some of these videos, like this whole thing with them not being able to find the Japanese out at sea and after Pearl Harbor. I saw that one video maybe like a month ago, and then I started seeing it over and over and over and over again with all these interviews they do with all these Pearl Harbor survivors. A lot of them would talk about, coming as soon after the attack, they would come out from whatever bunker they were in and try to get to work. They would try to get to their airplanes or get to wherever they worked and try to get back to work. And all the guys that flew, they all hit the sky, just like I would have done, just like any pilot would do. Get in your airplane and get out of Dodge. But of course, these guys were warriors. I mean, they looked to find the enemy, and I get that too. The funny thing is they couldn't find the enemy. What does that mean? I don't know. Could it have been an inside job? Maybe. Could it have been? Could the Japanese have ghosting technologies from space? I don't know. It's possible. But I just try to put it all together, and all the videos that I've seen just point at some sketchy bullshit. Anyways, let me know what you think about this video. Give me a thumbs up if you thought it was interesting. And if you think this kind of stuff is interesting, along with all the other health stuff that I post, do me a favor and follow my channel or subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. If those of you that have already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.